we would all love to know a little bit more about you and the Futsal Vets League.
Yeah, gosh, where do I start from? Maybe I'll probably best to just start by saying I'm a local lad. I've lived in Sutton, Cashorton area for the past 22, 23 years now, thereabouts. And I'm a dad. I've got a son, 16. I've got a daughter who's 13, married, got a lovely wife. And we're kind of a small family of four, but we are part of a vibrant community. And that's the way we like to see ourselves. We're part of that community, our local our community of our Cashorton. And I found myself into that world of local grassroots football, if you like. Um, I think since 2009, when I was a children's center manager, and I had to set up a project for me as a way to engage more fathers. And as I've always done, I like to engage with people and find out first and what they want and not prescribe to people what they need. And so I just kind of went around talking to local men and to say, listen, we'll set up a children's center. That it was called Shortstart Children's Center back then. And we just want to find out how best to engage with men and with fathers. What is it you would like? And one of the top feedback that came was they would like the opportunity to meet with other men and do some sort of like physical recreation activities. And football was on the very top of the list. And naturally, I've got a passion for football, and I was like, "That's right up my street. Let's do it then." And so we started kind of a play group for men called Men Behaving Dadly. So dads could bring their kids. I know the good old days, yeah. One of my best times. I'm back then. My son was 2 years old then, so it was just perfect. So we started the Men Behaving Dadly kind of play group on a Saturday, and dads would bring their kids together and for kind of a messy play, story and rhyme. And then on Monday nights, we'll all meet and have a kickabout. And they started in 2009. And that group, believe it or not, is still running today. It's still running today. And so that kind of started growing, and the men wanted to kind of, play a little bit more competitive football, if you like, or more technical football. And in 2012, I went to Budapest on holiday with my wife. My wife is Hungarian, by the way, and so and they all know my big love for football. And they said, "Come on, Daniel, let's take you to play football." And they took me to like a sports hall. I was like, "Oh, indoor football, five-a-side, that's fine." And I realized that it was futsal and not five-a-side because the ball was smaller, was heavier, it wouldn't bounce, which was strange to me. You couldn't play off the walls, which again was strange to me. They had running subs. You had a time for when you restart the game. The goal post was smaller, and I was like, I love this game. What is this? And they said this is futsal. So I came back home to Cashorton or something. I was like, I need to play futsal. There was none in the area. So I spoke to the guys and said, listen, I tried futsal. Look it up. How many of you would like to do it? And they were all up for it. And so 2013, we launched our futsal league, and we just went straight into a futsal league. And that has grown and grown and grown. And during lockdown, obviously we couldn't do a lot of stuff. And a lot of the feedback I got from the men was like they're now out of shape. And a lot of the guys in their 30s didn't want to come back playing futsal with the guys who were in their 20s because the gap in terms of fitness and technique and skill was like too much at that point in time. Some were already struggling. And so I said, you know what, the best way forward was to create a futsal vets league. And that was how we came up. We came up with the Vets League, which runs from Phoenix Leisure Center every Monday, and that has been running since I think 2001. And we've had hundreds of men who have taken part, all meeting together to kind of reduce that sense of isolation and loneliness a lot of men in their 30s feel, and also sort of like give people the chance to kind of improve their fitness and more importantly to improve our mental health, because a lot of the guys, they feed back to me that listen, if not for the futsal every Monday night, they would struggle, and some still do struggle with their mental health. But having something to look forward to every Monday night and having other men with common interests to meet, have a banter, bond with, is making a massive difference. So, in a nutshell, that's my story. Sorry, I could go on, but
No,
in a nutshell, that's my story.
that's amazing. And again, just for the audience, I've actually seen you guys on a Monday, and it's really competitive.
Yeah,
Some very skillful players, and what I noticed is that it's very aggressive, but you know what? It's respectable. There's
exactly,
no
exactly.
pushing or shoving, or there's no getting in people's faces. It's a proper contact sport.
Futsal is a contact sport. It is fast paced. It's aggressive. It's physical. It's got everything, and you don't want to take that competition away from this men because it means a lot to them. But at the same time, like you witnessed when you came down, there is that boundary. There is that respect. There's that, oh, I went too far there. Let's take it a step back. And I'm a qualified futsal coach and a qualified futsal referee, and as well as a player. So I've got if you like, I've got the qualities and the experience to kind of manage the game. So I know when to bring out the yellow cards, as you saw during this particular game that was like a bit competitive, where I spoke to some of the players. You've got to tone it down. And when that didn't happen, I had to bring out the yellow cards. And at that point in time, they realized, oh, this is a game. We want to win the game, but we've got to play within the boundaries of respect, within the laws of the game. And at the end of the game, as you saw, they all shook hands, gave each other a hug, and was like, I'll see you next week. And that's what you want to see. You want to see that opportunity to compete and that opportunity to build friendship. And I think that's a great balance. And some of these guys, again, as you can see on when you came down, they play at the top level. They really play at the top level. And you want to give people that opportunity to progress even as vets. And we just want to see it grow. And it is growing.
So, and this is a perfect segue into the event that's happening on the 15th of June, the What's Your Story event, which is happening at the Phoenix Center. So it's kind of almost home away from home for like yourself. Why did you want to get involved in this football event?
Yeah, brilliant. When I thought, strangely enough, I never knew anything about this project. And when Spencer, the manager of the Phoenix Center, first brought it to my attention, I was like, wow, I love to be a part of this because I have a story to tell. And all the men who come to our Vex Futsal League, they all have a story to tell. And for some of them, their story started during lockdown and just after lockdown, where a lot of people struggled with their mental health. Some of us lost relatives, close friends. Some of us lost our jobs. And put it this way, for majority of us, our lives were never the same during and after lockdown. And that kind of created a story or gave everyone the story to tell. However, we've not all had the opportunity to tell the stories. Now, this is one opportunity for me to tell my story right now. I could go into a lot of this, but I know this may not be the forum or the platform because we haven't got that sort of time. But I wanted the opportunity to share my story and then also listen to the story of other men. And these events you organize, and thank you for putting this together, gives me the opportunity and gives everyone the opportunity who would be there on the day to share their story, because it's very, very powerful for you to have a voice and b for your voice to be heard. Not everyone has that opportunity, and I feel on Saturday everyone there will have the opportunity to for their voices to be heard, share their story, connect with other men, and also listen to the story of other people. And I think that's a gift. It's a gift for you to be able to share your story and for you to be able to listen to the story of other men. So I actually look forward to it on the day. And that is one of those events where it's not rushed. You go there and you just take your time and be a part of everything that's happening on the day. So thank you for the opportunity.
What's the one stereotype that we have to change about men over 30?
I think the one stereotype amongst many is we can do it by ourselves, because we cannot. We need each other. We need our community. We need our families as men. from all ethnic backgrounds. We need each other. I went through a period in my life where I felt, you know what, I don't need anyone in terms of resolving my issues, my mental health issues, my issues around loneliness, my issues around struggling with my career. I could do it all by myself. And because of the stigma of coming out to put your hands up and ask for help, and I never wanted to put myself in that position where I was sort of like looked down upon or embarrassed or have that feeling like, oh, you're not up to it, you're not up to the task. And I've always kind of come from that background where I contain or bottle everything up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. How are you doing today? That no, I'm fine. All is under control. But no, I'm not. I'm not fine. And sometimes I just want to cry for help. And I would like for that stereotype to change, where every man knows that it's okay to request for help, to go to someone else to say, you know what, brother, I'm struggling. I need a bit of help today. All is not well, and I think maybe it's time to sort of reach out. I would love for that stereotype to change. It's getting better. Events like what you're putting together, the events we do on the Monday nights, all that stuff we're doing is starting to improve things, but I feel we still have a long way to go. And slowly and surely we will get there.
And if anyone wants to get more information about yourself and also the Futsal Vets League, how can they do that?
They could go on our socials, which is Pure Futsal Academy on Facebook or Pure Futsal on Instagram. The email address is info@purefutsalacademy.co.uk. Some people have described it as one of the best kept secrets in the borough because, as you can see, I mean, what in total there were about 60 men, about 50, 55 men there on Monday nights, 6 teams, 3 games. They come with friends. Some teams come with 10, 11 players. There was a team there on the day that came with 11 players, a manager, a coach, and 9 players. And yeah, the place is just buzzing on the Monday night, but not a lot of people know about it. And I'm hoping to change that.